it just feels like the students really right now don't know what is even being debated here. After the first board meeting, my dad talked, and a bunch of students approached me and said, either why did your dad talk, or why does he even care? Some of them even said, why is he trying to get the unisex bathrooms removed? And that's not even what's being debated here. And it's just the students, there would be a lot more students here, I think, if the students actually knew what was being talked about. Right now, there's just a lot of misconceptions and miscommunications from the board, I think, to the students, because it seems like only parents are talking about the issues as far as their kids are concerned. And as a student of Pine-Richland High School, it just seems like none of the kids are talking about it. One, they might be scared, which right now I'm pretty stinking scared just talking about here, because I know tomorrow people say stuff to me, but I just feel like there's a lot of girls and guys that I've talked to that just feel really uncomfortable with this, and it's just something needs to be done about it. So, thank you.
Thank you.
It has been brought to my attention that in some of the past meetings, some students have spoken on what seems to be behalf of the entire student population. One of the main ideas that was stated was that our students do not necessarily care about the decision that was made. However, that statement, with all due respect to the students that were saying this, is far from the truth. If you, as a school board, decide to keep the bathroom practice the way it is, how will you monitor this so no one takes this to the extreme? Currently, I'm allowed to wake up tomorrow morning saying I believe in my mind I'm a girl and walk into either a girl's bathroom or even change in a girl's locker room. I know for a fact that if I was a father with a young daughter in this district, I would feel disgusted with that idea. This isn't a debate whether parents or students are for or against transgender students. This is a fight for the safety of all kids in this district. The final thought I leave you with is back in 8th grade, a friend made a certain sexual joke to a girl during class, and she then reported it, saying it made her feel uncomfortable. Myself, along with one other friend, laughed at this joke. All three of us received various suspensions for making one girl feel uncomfortable. So fast forward to my senior year, and now a handful of students are allowed to make an entire student body of 1,538 students feel uncomfortable without any repercussions. Isn't this a double standard? Thank you.
Thank you.
I am very middle ground when it comes to all of these issues. And as far as I'm concerned, the debates that we have had are asinine. We are dealing with one half saying my child is having their rights taken away. And then we have the other half saying, you are uneducated. You do not know enough. I was in that same class that the teacher said that I might be viewed as a racist. I was in that class, and I had around the same view. However, I did the math. I know of 5 transgender students in the entire high school populace. I may be misidentifying, I may be undercounting, but that is 0.3%. I will repeat that number. That is 0.3% of the entire school population. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is asinine. How are we allowing a double standard, as Mr. Betts has said? The policy that we're going to make, you are going to make, I urge you and I plead you to understand that whatever decision that you make, you will offend someone.
Transgender students have the use of all 3 bathrooms. They may use the one associated with their sex, the one associated with their gender identity, and the unisex bathrooms. It seems to me that if these students were seeking a peaceful solution to their own private dilemma, they could find it in using the unisex restroom, which the school is obviously willing to provide. But is the current practice equality? Think about it from my angle. I am not able to use every stall in the men's bathroom. What is more, state law requires only an accommodation for others and me in a similar condition. But I'm not arguing that every stall must be fully accessible. Why? Because I appreciate that accommodation. Transgender students seem to want more than a solution. They seem to want to advance their cause at the expense of others' comfort and security. Bullying is the other thing I want to mention. Transgender students may receive bullying, but so do those who disagree with them. A friend of mine and fellow students suggested that I give up my disagreements so that I would not end up a social outcast. I do not want to be a social outcast, nor am I willing to give up my comfort and safety. I therefore urge the members of the school board to construct a policy that will focus on accommodation, one that seeks a solution rather than one that advances the cause. Thank you.
Thank you.